Here is how you can see enemies better in COD Mobile. Alright, so the first thing you would do is to head over to a dark part of any map. Then go to your settings, audio and graphics, scroll down, you will find MP mode graphics style. Now select the drop down and then click on custom one. So in here you would be able to adjust the saturation and the brightness. And trust me, that is all you need to be able to see the enemies better. When you're working with the advanced settings, you need to know that shadows are for darker colors. The midtones are for colors in the middle of the color scale. For instance, the middle of your screen, towards the middle of your screen, or the floor, those are the midtones. While the highlights are mostly for the sky. Look at now, if I should click on highlights and I reduce the brightness, the sky is going to be reduced. Now you can see that the highlights are mostly for the skies. So as you're adjusting the advanced settings, make sure you remember these three things. But before touching this, you need to understand that some phones are AMOLED while some are not AMOLED. So this means your device might support more colors than others. So you can adjust the saturation a tiny bit because you need the red markers on the enemies to actually show better. Let's take it up to 60 and then maybe take your brightness a little bit high to 60 as well. The goal here is to teach you how to customize it in a way that you would actually like. Now if you click on advanced, you can select the shadows and then increase the saturation. This would make the game more colorful and you'll be able to see the color red even better. So just take the brightness to around 80 and the game should look even more colorful. So just play around with these settings. Remember, don't do too much, just adjust it slightly. You can also adjust the midtones and use a brightness of 40. The highlights, you can also reduce it down to 45. But for the shadows, this is actually good enough. You can see a massive difference. Remember, all phones are different, so you need to customize yours to fit the device that you are using. Everybody cannot use the same thing, so customize yours the way you want. So the next thing you need to do is to adjust your FOV settings. When you are using a high FOV, the enemies appear further away. When you come to your basic settings and you take up the FOV to the highest, look at how far the enemy is. But when you bring it down to the lowest, he appears extremely close. I'm still standing in the same spot that I was, but he appears closer now. So if you want to see better, try to reduce your FOV. The next thing you need to do is to turn off explosion shake, because if your screen shakes too much, your visibility will be affected. And then lastly, make sure you reduce the opacity for all your buttons. If you go to your settings, click on custom layout, you can take each button down to 0% opacity. This will automatically clear up your screen so you can see the enemies way better now. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section.